Hi everyone, it's Robin and welcome back. So today I am taking you, as promised, on a talking tour of my holiday decor. I'll be taking you through my living room, my dining room, and my kitchen. Any of you might have already seen my official home tour. That was last Friday's video, and there is a big playlist of some friends that joined me to share their home tours as well. So I will link that down below and up in the cards in case you missed that. I would love for you to go check that out. So for today's video, I thought it would be fun to take you around the house and share with you the displays a little more up close and personal so you can see everything that's in each of them. We can talk about where I picked up things, that sort of thing. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. I'm not going to chat too much because this video turned out a little long. So I would have liked to have had my bedroom into the mix as well for this talking tour, but like I said, this video got super long, super fast. So if you would like to see the bedroom, let me know and I can make a separate video on that. Alright, so I'm going to just go ahead and jump right in and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so we'll start in the living room and over on this wall. I have on my couch these pillows that I made from vintage tablecloths probably 2-3 years ago, and I absolutely love getting them out every single year. And then above the couch I have this little, I don't know, it's like a little wood piece that I found at the thrift store. It was originally an insert for something. I painted it up, distressed it, I've had it for years, and then I've just hung these little stockings on it that I made, 5 or 6 years ago out of ticking stripe. I think that looks cute. And then above on the shelf, I've got quite a few things going on up here. In the middle here, I have this barn quilt, which I made, and I have a tutorial on that. And then I have these little red bottle brush trees. I probably bought these about 10 years ago. I can't even remember where I bought them from, but I just love them. And then over here I have this little pewter piece that I found at the thrift store. I absolutely love it. And this is a new find for me this year at the thrift store. This cute little Christmas tin. And I put some of my pretty ironstone pictures with that. And then the greenery is just from a garland that I picked up at Costco. And I just kind of take it apart and stick in the greenery wherever I want. I've used that all over the house. Then let's see, over here is another pewter piece which I just found recently. You might remember that. And I filled that up with some little vintage inspired ornaments. And then 2 more pictures with little trees in them. I think these little trees were from like the Target dollar spot a couple years back. And then I also added this really pretty handkerchief which I found at a antique store not too long ago. I have a really big haul for the day that I went there. I'll link that below if you guys are interested and haven't seen that yet. I got so many cool things that day. So then moving on over here, I've got my corner hutch, which is pretty much always the same. I added a few little things to it. This little red stocking. I can't remember where I bought it. Most likely Target a couple years ago. And then I have some greenery in it that I picked up at Michael's. It's got a little bit of glitter in it, which I try not to do too much glitter, but I really liked the shape of the leaves or, branches. So I picked it up regardless of the glitter. And then I have one of these little sun catchers or make and bake sort of things that I found last year, and I just kind of tied him on front. And I think that looks really cute. And then up top, I just added some greenery amongst my ironstone pieces as well. So I really like how that turned out. So then moving on over here, we've got the Christmas tree. I've already done a video on that, as well as the little village that we've got below it. So I will link that below if you want to see that. Then we can move over here, I guess, to this little chair. On the chair, I just have this pillow that I bought at TJ Maxx, I think probably 2 years ago. And then next to that, I just draped a little, what do you call this, a flannel blanket over it and added a little package. It's just a little box that I found at Walmart. I think it's really cute. So I added that, and then next to that is my little roll top desk that I absolutely love. And in this one I added all my cutesy little vintage things that I didn't know what to do with, so I kind of think it turned out really nice. Starting right here, I've got this adorable, this is one of my favorite deer that I have. Unfortunately, it had a baby that went with it, but I broke a leg off, and then when I was trying to fix the leg, I broke the head off. So now I need to figure out what kind of glue to use so I can fix him. Oh, I almost cried. I almost cried, you guys. But I do have this little guy right here. Both of these little deer have been thrifted probably years ago. And then I added this little tree, which is also thrifted. And then I have the whole thing sitting on a doily. This doily, one of my subscribers sent to me. Isn't it gorgeous? I just love it. And then a little bit of greenery and a few ornaments. And then next to it, I have one of my oil lamps, and I absolutely love these oil lamps so much. You guys know how much I love them. And so I just added a little greenery around it, a few more ornaments, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. And then I have this winter scene up here. I love it. It's got the little cabin in the background. I know the colors don't really match, but you know what? It's one of my very few winter scene paintings, so I had to get it out regardless, and I think it's beautiful. Alright, so then moving down here, the first thing I added was a flameless candle and this gorgeous vintage candle wreath. This is one of the first ones I ever found, and they absolutely made me fall in love with these. I think it is so gorgeous, and then I put the whole thing on a plate just to kind of separate it from the, you know, give it a little bit more prominence, I guess you would say. And then over here I have a little book and this little tree or duo of angels that is a candle holder. I found these last year at the thrift store, and then next to it I tucked in this cute vintage corsage that I found when I was out antiquing. It was also part of that antique haul that I shared a while back. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed with these vintage corsages. So this is the very first one I found, and I am loving it. And then back here in the little cubbies, I have quite a few little angels that I have collected from the thrift store. And I've just added them in here, little deer. This one's my favorite. I love this one. And then I have these two as well. So then down below, I hung a little fur stocking, and then I have these two little boxes which I use to wrap presents in. So I thought I would stack them up here. Added a little cabin, which is actually from Michael's that I painted up a couple years back, and then a bottle brush tree. And I think it's really cute. So the last thing in the living room here is my table, and look at this gorgeous, gorgeous tablecloth. It was just sent to me by one of my lovely subscribers, and I am absolutely in love with it. It's got a great little fringe on the bottom, and it says Noel. It's got little pine cones and candles, and then the middle has got this big circle. It's actually a circle tablecloth, but I don't have a circle table, but it works well. And then it's got the Christmas tree, and then the more candles. And I think it is so gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And you had to, as soon as I unwrapped it, I knew I had to use it right away. So on top of the table, I added this tray filled with some really pretty goodies. I made this little arrangement here, and I think it turned out absolutely gorgeous. The flowers I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I apologize, my kids are gaming right now, and they get a little crazy. So if you hear some like laughing hysterically or screeches in the background, that's my kids. I apologize. But anyways, so I picked up these gorgeous roses at Hobby Lobby, and then this is the greenery from that garland. Then I just stuck it in there. I think it looks awesome. And then I have some mercury glass beads, which I can't remember where I found them, but I've had them for a really long time. So I've scattered them around. Then I have a trio of silver candlesticks for some candlelight. You can never have too much candlelight at Christmas time. And then I have these two little teacups, and I think this turned out so cute. I have 2 teacups stacked on top of a saucer with a little pine cone, some greenery, and I think it turned out really pretty. So I really love this little centerpiece. It's simple, but it's pretty. All right, so then we have the dining room, and I am running out of sunlight here. So hopefully it won't be too dark in here. But anyways, I switched out the desk that I normally have here and put in this dresser instead, which gives me a whole lot more storage. And on the dresser I have some of my collection of gorgeous little stockings that I love. So that worked out nicely. So then on the top, I just kept things really simple. I knew I wanted to use one of my oil lamps. So I have this one right here in the middle, and then I made a little wreath out of the garland that I had. Added that. And then I added some tin houses and some cute little deer. So I just repeated the same thing on the other side. I think it's adorable. And then I have this mirror, which is thrifted, and these sconces are thrifted as well. To dress it up a little bit, I draped some beaded garland on it, and then I added one of these ornaments that I picked up at Michael's, I think last year, maybe the year before, on either side, and I think that is really pretty. Alright, so then moving on over here into the corner, I kind of wanted to do like a little tea service sort of thing. I started with this gorgeous silver tray in the back, and then I wanted to use this little tray, and I couldn't find anywhere else to place it, so I stuck it in here as well. Both of those were thrifted. And then I have a teapot, some bottle brush trees, some little creamer and sugar bowl, some more bottle brush trees, and a cute little silver tray, and then some ironstone cups and saucers. So I think that turned out really nice. Simple, but I love that I can add the bottle brush trees and the silver to it. I think it looks really pretty. And then over here, I found this cloche probably 2 years ago at the thrift store, and I absolutely loved it. So I just recently found this little guy. I think it's really nice. So I put the cloche on top of that and then draped a little handkerchief that has cute little Christmas bells over the side of that. Added some greenery, and then I also have this candle snuffer. So I put that there as well on that side, and I think it looks nice. On the other side, I added some more greenery. This adorable little candle holder I love, and then a little stack of plates, and then this gorgeous candle that I thrifted, and I've just put a little wreath around it, and I think it looks so cute. So that all together makes a really nice looking display. So then moving on over here to the plate rack. I wanted to use my red and white plates, and I don't have a whole lot of them, but I had just enough to spread them out. And then I layered them with some pewter plates. I had 2 pewter plates, so I added those, and then some ironstone plates behind it. Added some greenery in, a little jar with a candle so I can make it glow at night, and I think it just turned out absolutely gorgeous. And then the next row here, stacked a white plate behind the transferware plate. I think it looks gorgeous. Did the same thing on both sides of this big platter in the middle. I originally was going to put a wreath here, but I couldn't find one that matched or would fit into here. So I had to look for a platter that would work. And I thought that with a little pink and a little bit of green on it, I think it would work okay with what I've got going on, and I think it turned out pretty nice. So then I just made this cute little swag of greenery from the garland that I picked up at Costco. Tied it together with some vintage lace and added these little Christmas bulbs, and I think that looks really cute. On the top row here, I just have more greenery and more plates. These little trees are from IKEA, and I have them in little goblets that are made from pewter, which were from the thrift store. And then I just kind of added all the red and white plates that I had, added more greenery, and I think it turned out really nice. So here's a look from in front of it, and I think it turned out so cute. I just love how it turned out. And then we have the dining room table. Now I do have a video on my tablescape, how I put it together, all that kind of stuff. But basically, I made this tablecloth a while back, and I absolutely love it. Put a white runner down, made some quick little arrangement with some white flowers and some more greenery. Added some pine cones, some greenery, some Christmas ornaments, and then I added these gorgeous thrifted vintage poinsettia candlesticks. I think they're so cool. And then I added 2 of my spiral candles, and I think it turned out really nice. I like how it all turned out simple, elegant, and not like overly stuffy. So loving that. Over here on this chair, I have this like tea towel that I bought a long time ago. I never know what to do with it, so I just threw it over this armchair and then added a little pillow in front of it. And then over here in the corner, I have the lamp that I always have, and then I added this alarm clock that I love so much, and then I have this cute little creation that one of my subscribers sent to me last year. So I added that in front and then just added some greenery, and I think it turned out really nice. I almost forgot about the hutch. The hutch is basically the same that I did for my fall decor with silver pewter pieces and my ironstone collection. Then I added in some Christmas details. At the top I still have my oil lamps, and then I just added some greenery. And then pretty much I just added greenery there, added some little deer, and a little tree. The little tree is from IKEA this year. And then down here, I switched out, I think I had some cups here. I switched out that for these adorable silver pieces that I stacked, and then added a bottle brush tree. Added a tree there, a Christmas ornament, some greenery, and then some more, a mercury glass bulb, and then another bottle brush tree, and this little Christmas light that comes on at night. So it gives it a nice little glow in there. Down here I did change up quite a bit. The only thing that is the same is the tray in the back. I added this tinsel tree, some greenery, this little house cloche, which I got at Target probably 5-6 years ago. Added some more greenery, an ornament, and then I have this vintage silver tree topper, which I added, and then this Santa Claus is from one of my subscribers. They just sent it to me, and I think it was so cute, so I wanted to add that into the mix as well. So I'm loving that. Got a simple bowl here, which is very pretty, and a little candle so I can light it up and have a little glow over here. Then I have this little church, which I found at an occasional sale probably 3-4 years ago. It's plastic. I love it so much. Added some bottle brush trees, and then in the back I still have a silver tray. And then I stacked some of my tureens on a plate, added some greenery, and added some ornaments, and I think that turned out really nice. On this next shelf I added a bottle brush tree, an ornament, another one of those little lights, some greenery. I switched out a picture that I have here with this silver piece, and then added one of those IKEA trees to it, and I think that turned out nice. Up here, add a little bit of greenery, some ornaments, and some bottle brush trees, and that was it for that shelf. Up here I didn't change at all except for adding a little bit of greenery, and I think it turned out nice. So that is the hutch. Alright, so then moving on into the kitchen. Things have changed already in here since I recorded my video, I don't know, a couple days ago. But I'll show you how things have changed a little bit. We'll start over here on this counter. Above the counter I hung this plate. I picked this up at Target probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I love the vintage vibe it has. I think it is so adorable. Look at those little antlers. I've got little Christmas lights in it. I think it is so cute. So then below that I had a little milk glass pitcher filled with some greenery and like these little crystal wire beads or whatever to add a little sparkle. And then I have this little Santa boot with a little Santa hanging off the back, and I added some candy canes to that. I think I had a house here before for the tour. That got splashed with coffee, so I had to remove that, and I put this in its place. So things change, you know how it goes. Alright, so then we have this area over here, which is probably going to be really hard for me to record, but I will do my best being in the sunlight. Over here I have this gorgeous Christmas apron. I absolutely love this thing. I think I found it last year, maybe the year before, and I just think it is so, so pretty. I love the poinsettias and the white background with the little red flowers. I think it is so gorgeous. So I have that hanging there. And then over here next to my cutting boards, I have another little milk glass pitcher filled with some candy canes. And then I have this little Santa here. I've just recently found him at the thrift store. I think he's so adorable. So he sits there, keeping watch over the candy canes. Above it over here, I have this little tray. It's just a plastic tray, but I love the poinsettias on it. It's got like a vintagey vibe to it. So I just used some command hooks and hung that up there. Then over here in the kitchen windowsill, I love how this display turned out. It's just not going to do justice because the sunlight is just so bad. But I started with my red oil lamp, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. And then I put this vintage candle wreath around it, which I think is so pretty with like the little berries. And on either side of that, I have a salt and pepper shaker set in these little deer. I think they're so cute. Then off to the side over here, I have another little deer sitting in front of this vintage scale, which is a newer purchase of mine. I found this at when I went to that big antique, the barn sale and antique stores. I'll have that link down below. I know I've talked about that video as well, but there was just so many good finds at that place, or on that particular day. It was like my epic thrift haul. So on the top of the scale, I have this little vintage-inspired red and silver bulb, a little bit of greenery, and then this little bowl. And inside the bowl, I have a little collection of, you know, little handy kitchen gadgets. I've got two cake decorators. I've got two Scotty Dog, what do you call them, cookie cutters. This one's the newest one. One of my lovely subscribers sent it to me. It's got a red handle, and I just love it. And it goes so nicely with my other red handled cookie cutter, which is over here. And then, let's see, one of these is new. I think it's this one. It was sent to me by one of my subscribers. I don't want to take it out because it'll just destroy the whole thing, but it's some sort of peeler or something like that, and it kind of matches this one that I have over here. So I love that it has little red handles sticking out. So I think that's a really cute little display right there on top of the scale. And then over on the opposite side, I have my vintage mixer, which I absolutely love, and I've had for a year or two maybe already at this point. But I decided to fill it up with vintage Christmas ornaments, and I think it is such a fun look. I had a lot of fun picking out the ornaments. I have a lot of my little Santa ornaments in there. I don't know that they're actually vintage, but those are vintage inspired. So I think that looks super cute in the bowl like that. So love that. And all three things together make a really nice looking display, I think, if you can see it in the dark here. Above the sink here, I have a garland, which I think is absolutely gorgeous. It's just a plastic garland. It has red flocked reindeer on it, and then it has red flocked sleighs, and I think it is so pretty. And then along the top here, I added this like faux cedar sprig along the top as well. And I just hung it with command hooks up there. And I think the two of them together look so pretty and festive. And I just love it. I love that the reindeer and the sleigh kind of like hang down and just dangle in the air. I think it's fun. So, loving that. And then over here on the other side of my sink, I have a little area set up for hot chocolate or tea or whatever we want to have, or coffee. I have this vintage Falls Graph Christmas coffee pot, which we love to use for hot chocolate. Then I have some mugs. The rest of them are in the washer right now because they have been used. Zoe has been taking full advantage of this space. Normally I have like 5 of these cups right here, and they're normally sitting here just ready to be used whenever we want. And then behind that I have my vintage canister set, and on the wall I hung this Santa tray, which I think is so cute. It's a metal tray, and once again I just used some command strips to hang it on the wall. And below that I have this little transferware cream or sugar bowl or something like that, that I put in some faux greenery and these what do you call these, mercury glass beads. So I think that looks really nice all together. And then in front of it I just have this little angel, which I think is so adorable. And then that all sits next to my vintage coffee percolator, which I think is so gorgeous. So that makes a nice little display over here. On the fridge, I have this Santa Claus. It's just, I don't know, kind of tag boardy. I think I found this last year. Just have him on there with a little bit of tape. And then above the refrigerator, I have this basket that I put some things in. I don't think I shared this in my home tour. I don't think I remembered to do that. But the basket, I put a little Christmas tree. I think that was from Target maybe last year. And then I have a thermos on one side and then another thermos on the other side. And I think that looks pretty cute up there. All right, and then we can move on to the eating area of the kitchen. Okay, so let's start over here on the shelves. Below the shelves, I have hung my Christmas stockings that I found at thrift stores that I absolutely love. This one says Merry Christmas, Grandpa. This one says Merry Christmas and has a cute little Christmas tree on it. And then this one over here is, I think, one of the very first ones that I found, and I love this one the most because it's got the white background with the Christmas tree on it. It just really pops out at you. I think it is so gorgeous. And then next to that, on this little stool that I have, I've put this tinsel tree that I picked up at Walmart. I think I bought it last year. It is so gorgeous. I love it. I think they have them this year as well. This is a small one, and they also have a larger one, but I'm thinking I might have to go get that one. The ornaments I used this year are these right here that I found. Do you remember making these as a kid? I think they are so much fun. I found a whole box of them this year at the thrift store, so I am using those on the tree. I think they look so gorgeous. I think they are so much fun. So that is fun. And then I do have a few other special ornaments on here as well. These are little skates that I think my mom made. She gave these to me, and we have had them for years and years and years, and she was ready to depart with them. So of course I had to take those. And then also I have this little wreath right here. I think it is so pretty. These little beaded wreaths. Not normally a fan of them, but I love this particular one. And it also came from my mom. We've had it around since I was a little kid. And then there's one more. Oh, this one right here that we have had as well. And I think it is really pretty. This one's a snowflake as well. And then there's this little set of mittens, which I think are so adorable. Another thing that I think my mom made years and years and years ago. So those are kind of a nice thing to add to this tree. One other ornament I want to show you. This is so adorable. Hopefully you can see it. Here, let me take it off the tree real quick. This was sent to me by a subscriber. And it is a little baby Jesus in a manger. And it is made out of a walnut shell. Do you see that? Isn't that the cutest little ornament ever? I just think it is so adorable. So of course I had to add this to my special tree so that I could see this ornament in there. And it just kind of, the little tinsel halo just glows, and I just love it. And speaking of things that were sent to me, look at this topper. Oh my goodness, it's so totally me. This was also sent to me by a subscriber, and I absolutely love it. I think it is so cool. All right, so then we get over onto the shelf area here in the kitchen, and I don't even know where to start. We'll start up here at the top. This is a chalkboard that I found not too long ago at the thrift store. I think it is so cool, and I knew right away I wanted to use it in my Christmas decor because it's got the greens and the reds, and I think it is really cool. So I hung that up here, and then over that I added some of my red and white bottle brush wreaths that I have found. I thrifted these years and years ago. I have this one, and then I found this one the same year, and this one is my favorite. I love the frosted look of it and the little bell. I think that is so cool. And then in the middle, I have this little Noel candle thing. I don't know what you call it, but it like hangs on the wall or whatever. So I have it hanging here. I think this is so cool. I also thrifted this. I love the little bells and the little candle. I think it is so fun. And then down below, we'll just start in the middle here. I have this little set of Christmas mice that I found at the thrift store. I think last year I found these. I think they're so adorable. I have them stacked up on this vintage book, and then down in the front I have this Christmas handkerchief kind of hanging off the side of the shelf. And I think this is so pretty. I just love these bells. I think they're so pretty. And then let's see, I've got this little Santa, which is thrifted last year, as well as this little house, which is adorable. And then this little deer is a little plastic deer. My mom gave me these. I think they are originally from my grandmother. I'm not sure though. But I have like 3 or 4 of this little guy. They used to have bells around their necks, but when the kids were little, they got broken, so that's kind of sad. And then over here, I have a little Santa boot that is filled up with some vintage greenery, and then I have this little, I don't know, I guess you'd call it corsage or something, little floral bits. I love the little bells, so I stuck that there. And then I have this little elf, which is new to me. It was sent to me by one of my subscribers, and my very first little elf. I think he's so adorable, and I have the whole thing sitting on this metal box, and I think it is so cute. It makes a nice little display. So then moving back over to this side, and there's another one of these little deer that were my grandmother's, and then I have this little kid dressed up as Santa figurine. I think I found this last year at the thrift store. Then I have this little plastic reindeer and Santa sleigh. So cute. This is a tin that I thrifted this year, as well as this one over here. And on top of this one, I have this little honeycomb Santa, which I found last year at the thrift stores. So this is the first year. I found it after Christmas last year. So I think this is the first year that I got to use him. I think he's adorable. So that's what I did up here on this shelf. So then we can move on over to, oh here, I guess I could show you up here. We have these countdown mittens. I made these when the kids were super duper small. And they're just made out of felt. And we hang them up every single year. It's a nice little tradition. The girl, Zoe, is supposed to be in charge of counting down here. She's got to start removing some of the mittens, but I think she has forgotten about it. So I have to remind her. But we like to have those. I actually did hang them up last year, and I got an earful from Zoe. So this was the first thing that I hung up this year in the kitchen. And then down on the table here, my arm is getting sore. I have a vintage tablecloth This is my favorite vintage tablecloth. Um, it's got the bells on it, the Christmas tree, and then Santa. And then on the side over here, it also has the candy canes and then like these ornaments and candles. I think it is so cute. And then in the middle, it's nice little red area. And then for a centerpiece, I did a little something different this year and got out my Fisher-Price schoolhouse, and I decorated him up for Christmas. I added a wreath, some little tinsel, some little bits of ornaments, and then surrounded it with bottle brush trees. And I think it turned out so cute. I put some tinsel on the swing, added some trees and presents, and a little wreath on the little house, or what do you call that, the little car. And then I just love the bus, so I added a wreath on the front of the bus and a little tree in the back. And then some more bottle brush trees on the side. And I think it turned out so adorable. Alright, so then we have this area over here. I have a vintage candle that I found at the thrift store, and a little candle ring, another vintage one that I have thrifted, and I think it looks so cute. Above that, I have, what are these things called? Are they popcorn something? I can't remember what they're called, but anyways, I have this Santa. My mom found it for me at a garage sale, so I was happy to have that. All right, and then I have this over here. I know it looks kind of silly hanging in its package, but it is a Santa like door, I don't know, door decoration. It's got little bells on the bottom. It says Merry Christmas. It's got some cute little poinsettias and greenery, and then a little plastic Santa and bag on the top. And it's in its original packaging, and I cannot take it out. I just can't make myself do it. It's a door hanger. There you go. So, one of my subscribers sent this to me, so I just stuck over here because I just had to use it, but I can't take it out of the package. It's too cool. So, I love that. I think it is so fun. So, I've just got him hanging over there. And then that brings us to the cubbies. I love decorating the cubbies, and it is so hopefully this won't be terribly shaky. I've got this little poinsettia tray thrifted, and then I found these Christmas cups last year. They have different scenes on them, and they all like stack together in a nice little stack, and I think they're so cute, so I added those up on top. And then in this first cubby here, I have one of these little deer. These were my grandmother's. And this gorgeous box, my mom gave me those ornaments from the little tree over there, the little felt ornaments and the beaded ornaments. And I thought the box was just so pretty, so I put that on display as well. This little deer bottle brush tree ornament is from Michael's. I bought it last year. I know that they have them again this year. In the next little cubby, I have this vintage Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer book, and then a couple of Santa figures that I've found over the years. Over here, I've got a red tin with a cute little angel on top of it. And then this card right here was from Walmart last year. It's got that vintage vibe, so I kept a couple of those to decorate with. And then I have a vintage ornament as well. In this one right here, I have a plastic tray in the back, which was thrifted. It's got a cute little display on it with the little tree and the toys underneath it. I think it is adorable. And then I have these little deer. These were also my grandmother's, and I absolutely love them. They are plastic, but I just think they're so elegant and beautiful. And look at their eyes. Just so cool. So I have both of those there. And then I added a little ornament as well to round off that little cubby. And then over here, I have a trio of little angels. I believe these are Homeco angels. I just found these this year, and I think they are so adorable. So I have those in the front, and then I have this little hanging right here This was from Hobby Lobby. I think I bought it last year, maybe the year before, but I know they have something very similar, if not the same thing, at the store this year. I like its little vintage vibe. I think it's so cute. So that is that cubby. And then down here, I have another book. This one's a vintage Jingle Bells book. I actually love this book so much. It is such a cute little story. Then I've got this little deer right here, and another one of the plastic deer from my grandmother. This one actually still has its little chain, but it's lost its bell. But that makes up that cubby. And then we have this cubby next to it. The little tree card in the back, one of my subscribers sent to me, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. This little Santa and fireplace, it's a candlelight holder, or a tea light holder actually, is very adorable. I found that at the thrift store a couple years ago. And then another one of those ornaments from Michael's. And then over here, another little deer. This one's a brown version. And then there's this gorgeous candle. I thrifted this last year. Actually has different sides. It says Noel, and then it has the candy canes. I think it is so cool. And then this little guy right here is an adorable little card. It was sent to me by a subscriber. And I absolutely love the snowman and the wreath. But then look at the other side. It has this cute little deer. How adorable is that? So I keep switching it around. So some days I look at the deer, and some days I look at the snowman, and I just think it is so cute. So that is it for the cubbies. And then below the cubbies, I have this little vintage inspired tree. I don't remember where I got this. Maybe it was Walmart. It's battery operated. It comes on every single night for like 4 or 5 hours, and it turns off, which I think is really fun. And then I have this little Santa bear and this little gingerbread house, both of which are ceramic, and I found both of those at the thrift store. And then I have changed this area up over here. I used to have like a candle holder and something else over here. I can't even remember anymore, but I wanted to display some new things that were sent to me. So this little tin was sent to me. I think it is so cute. And then this little plate was also sent to me. It's Syracuse China, and I absolutely love it. I love its little cute little size. I think it is adorable. So on top of that, I put a little holiday candle. These are from, where is this from? From Aldi last year. I don't know if they have them this year, but this is a holiday cranberry. Smells amazing. And then this was also sent to me. It's a vintage candy box, and I just love it. I think it is so cool. And then in the back, there's a little vintage chocolate desserts recipe book that was sent to me as well. And oh my goodness, that has got some awesome stuff in it. So I wanted to kind of group those around and use them right away. So that is what I came up with. All right, so then I just have this little display I have out on my counter. I first added one of my oil lamps, which I love so much. I think it is so pretty. And then I have this little Santa who was thrifted. I think he's so cute. Then I surrounded him with a little bit of greenery and some Christmas ornaments. And then I have this gorgeous flower display. I love how this turned out. These roses are from Hobby Lobby, and then I used some fresh greenery and made it spill out over the sides, and I think it's so pretty. And then this is a vintage tobacco tin, which is in red and black, and I think it is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm really loving this whole display so much. And then finally in the kitchen we have my tiered tray. The bottom tray is basically just all my, daily essentials, salt and pepper, my medicine I keep in here. We got some syrup back there. But I wanted to add just a little bit of Christmas on the bottom, so I added this little adorable teacup and saucer. I absolutely love the poinsettia on it. I think it is so gorgeous. And then I just added a little bottle brush tree in it. It's normally knocked over like a dish. The kids have been playing with it. Alright, so then on the top shelf, it's all Christmassy on the top. Starting off with another poinsettia teacup. I think this one is so pretty too. Added these little peppermint sticks. And then I have this little baby plastic deer sitting in front of this little white and gold house that I thrifted. I think it is so pretty. This has a tea light in it so I can light it up at night and it glows nice and pretty. And then look at this little guy over here. He is so cute. He just makes you smile. He's got a cute little candy cane, and I add a little Christmas ornament next to it. And then I have a few little trees from IKEA here. One on this side, and then one on the other side. And then in the back, I have this Merry Christmas sign with a cute little deer on it. This is from Hobby Lobby last year, maybe the year before. But I know they have something similar, if not the same one, there this year. So I think this makes a really cute little display here on my tiered tray. Alright, so I think that is pretty much it for the kitchen. Alright, so that is going to be it for me today. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new to my channel. I would love that very, very much. And I will see you again very soon in my next video. Bye now.